What is happening, Real Killer Fishing family? Thank you once again for coming back for another edition of that Real Killer Fishing. And today we are going to talk about 3 things. 1, how to tie my Texas rig, how I get it geared up and how I set it up, tie it up and get everything ready to go so that you can see it, you can fish it, in case you don't know how to tie a Texas rig. And we are also going to talk about the Carolina rig, and I'm going to show you how I tie it and get it together and how I fish it. We're also going to be talking about the giveaway on my Instagram on Real Killer Fishing. We're trying to push this channel right here to 1K, everyone. I think we deserve it. We've all been working hard for it. I appreciate everyone sticking with me and following through this whole adventure. It has been a grind, and we have had some ups and downs for sure. But, you know, everything that we've been doing on the channel, I've been really feeling it. I think that y'all been feeling it. I'm trying to do some other things. I've even joined up with Private Water Fishing Club to get to some new hot spots and get some other fishing done, and to check it out and let y'all know if y'all are going to spend your hard-earned money on a club like this. Is it worth it? Will you get your money's worth out of fishing these private lakes that you get to fish? Yes, by yourself, unless you take someone with you, which I have the opportunity to do, and I'm going to do. I'm going to end up taking a few of y'all with me, so stick with me, and we're going to have some giveaways for that also. But the 6 sack, the premium 6 sack is the giveaway. We're giving away not 1, nope, not 2, not even 3, oh, 4, nope, 5, no, 6. 6 months of premium super sack from 6th Sense Fishing. That is going to be the giveaway. Whoever ends up being the winner, whenever I hit 1K right here on the channel, we will have the giveaway and I will announce who it is. It will be completely random, and I will use the randompickercommenter.com to choose the winner. So it will be chosen through the comments on Instagram. That's why I'm not going to run it through YouTube. So if you don't have an Instagram and you follow me here on YouTube, please get you an Instagram. If you cannot, I am so sorry, but that is the way that I have to run the giveaway. Now let's get on to how you tie and rig up the Texas rig and the Carolina rig. Let's go. Okay, we have a few things out right now. We have some different weights, some swivels, a 4/0 hook, and some Peg X peg stops, and some beads. So what you need for the Carolina rig is a heavier weight. You stick that on right here, and that goes on your line first. Then you're going to put your bead. Your bead is here to help protect your knot, keep it from busting open whenever you're banging it around on the bottom. So then your bead goes on. We're going to use my grandpa's swivels today. Found these in his little lure box. So we're going to use these because I couldn't find mine. So you take this little swivel, put your line through, give yourself plenty of slack right here. Then your line will go over, you'll pinch it together right there, and then you will wrap your line around 5 times. This is the clinch knot. So you just wrap that line 5 times. And then right there where you held that loop, right there, wish it would focus better, but you're gonna pull your line right through, there we go, right through that loop that you left at the bottom. You're gonna hold on to that tag end. Then you're gonna pull the main line, and it's just start cinching down. You can actually let go of your tag end then, and it will cinch down just like that. So then your hook or your line will look just like this. You could take your scissors, snip that right off. Now you have your swivel and your weight and your bead in between to help protect that knot. Now what you're going to need is a leader line. Your leader line be however far back behind that you want it to go. Then you can either do that same thing, or you could tie just a polymer knot or whatever you want to try to tie. Alright, so I pull my line, give me plenty of slack right here. And we go around once, twice, 3, 4, and 5. Let me take that tag end and go right back, just like before, through that loop that we tied, or that we held on to. Then you pull just like this. You can let go of that tag end. There you go. Now you have your main line with your weight, and then right there is your bead, your swivel, and then your line. So then all you gotta do is take your hook, and usually with my hook is when I do tie a polymer knot. So I put it through there, pull it back through, give myself plenty to go around that hook. I'm trying to show you all this backwards to me, but I'm right-handed, so I have to tie it like this. So then we just tie that loop around itself, pull it over, take the hook, pull it through that loop, and then wham, we have a polymer knot right there. So you want to take, of course, your tag piece, and you just want to snip that off. So now, once again, to show y'all, you have your weight, your bead, and your swivel, and then trailing behind it, your hook. Now what I love about this is that you can rig up any of these plastics on there. You can just take this, and just like the Texas rig, you could take these and make all of these weedless. You can use the grass candy prawn. You can use the Okeechobee stroker crawl, the backwater blue stroker crawl. You can even use some melon flash clout, one of these Mexican spice clouts, that super fire myrtholate. You can use these hog wallas. I mean, this plum bug and the watermelon gill, those would look really sexy on the back of that. You can use the ridge worm. That plum fleck would look real good flowing behind on that Carolina rig. I mean, all of this stuff is nice. I mean, everything. This little mud belly burst would be really nice on it too, is this real big divine shaky worm. A 9.5-inch worm on the back of a Carolina rig, plum fleck, bridge is facing backwards catching water. Man, it'd be really nice. But all those can hook up on the Carolina rig, and they can hook up on the Texas rig. Now let me cut this loose real quick. Before I do, I'll just show you one more time. The weight, and then your bead, then your swivel. I didn't cut that off, but that's all right. We're about to cut the whole thing off. And then however long of a length of line you need. And then your hook, a 3/0, 4/0, either one, they'll all work. Okay, now for my Texas rig. I take my line, whether it be braid or fluorocarbon or whatever, you can do it all the same way on every one of them. I take my line, and then I take a Peg X peg stop from 6 Sense Fishing. Right here, they have these little loops. If y'all can see those. If you've never used these things are super easy and they are so handy. You simply stick the line right through one of those loops and you pull it through just like this. So now your loop is held on right there. So then you grab the little bead right here and you slide it off the little metal loop. It goes onto your line. You slide it all the way up until it goes off that one piece. Then you'll be able to pull your line through. There you go. And there you go. Now it's on your line. Now you take your tungsten or whatever type of weight that you use, a little bullet weight. You slide it through the nose pointed in first. And then you let it go to the peg stop. And that's how it stops your bullet weight from moving up and down your line. Now same thing with that other hook. I just tie a polymer knot for most cases with my hooks. So you run it through the eye. You can pinch it and do all that if you want, but I like to run it through and run it back through. It's just faster, it's simpler to me. I like it a lot better. So now you have your tag line and your main line on the same side with a loop on the other. Pull enough through that you can tie a loop and still make it around your hook. You grab your tag line and your main line, you grab that loop, you tie a simple overhand, pull it down, take that hook, and you pull it through. You hold both of them up, you grab this hook, and you pull away, and I think y'all can see that loop tightening down on itself. Boom. Then that's how it should look. And then I always, just because you have that extra line and I like to get rid of it without wasting it, I tie a couple overhand knots, a little nice square knot, and that's it. Bam, boom, done. Whatever the extra is, I take my nice little 6-cent scissors and I cut that extra tag off. So now you have your hook holding super tight with a polymer knot. And then over here, you have your weight, you drop it right down. And then you could take your peg stop right there. And then your weight stays right on top. It doesn't move anywhere. And like I said a while ago, you can use any of this stuff on here. A hog walla, a clout worm of any color, sort, shape. You can use one of the divine shaky worms if you want. You can even use a ridge worm. Any of these stroker crawls would be fire. A prawn would be fire. Any of these soft plastics work great on both of these setups. Let's say you want to use this mud belly burst. Take that little prawn, stick it right through the tail area, let it naturally pop out. You turn it, twist it, push it right up on top of there. Now it's in the offset. And now right where that hook is gonna go in, let me see if y'all can see this better. Right there, you go ahead and plop it right through the body, let it come out. And then there you go. Nice prawn sitting on a Texas rig, tungsten weight, and a 6-cent peg stop. That thing is gonna get smashed. You throw that down in some wood or over a tree, down by some grass, down by a rock, anything, and move this around, let it sit there and then pop it up. It's gonna get hit. make sure that you go ahead and take any type of creature bait that you use and pop these apart. Give you a little bit more action, a little bit more diversity down the water, a little bit more flash, and something more for them to be attracted to and maybe get a reaction bite. Alright, Reel Killer Fish family, thank you once again for coming by and joining me for another edition of Reel Killer Fishing. I hope that helps you learn how to tie the Carolina rig and how to tie the Texas rig. Now, the Texas rig, I flip and I toss, I pitch, I throw it everywhere. Literally everywhere. I throw it around rock, I throw it around structure of any sort, concrete stuff, any bridge pilings, boat dock poles, I throw it off in wood, I throw it in trees, I throw it everywhere. Texas rig is usually a staple of mine, especially here in Texas and the lakes and ponds that I fish. It just works real well and I love it. Like I said, it can hook with any of these plastics. Anything can go on a Texas rig. Even if you just have a little bit of a Ned worm or anything, it'll all work. Now, on the Carolina rig, I fish that more in a depth area, more around rocks, more in drop-offs, ledges, anywhere that I know is deep, that I'm looking at on my graph and I'm trying to get down there. I let it just trail behind that weight and the bead. Let me see these things. Them banging against each other and clacking, that makes a lot of noise in the water. It makes a lot of noise on my desk too. But y'all can hear that. That's what happens in the water when this slides, it comes back and it bangs back down when you're going over something. That little clack just makes them turn their head. It attracts them, and then next thing you know, here comes this other little creature behind it, and they're already looking in that direction. They're ready to hit it and they're fired up, and that's the way to get them to hit it. I'm going to try to show you an actual video of me fishing with it, but what I want everyone to do is go ahead and hit that Instagram, go and like that post, follow me on Instagram, make sure that you tag a friend in the post, hit that subscribe button down below, and please smash the thumbs up on this video. Thank you everyone once again. I hope that you are the winner, and as always, please do me a favor, be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Get yourself geared up and go get bent.